It is time for the World Series Game 1 preview, our World Series MVP picks, and a little World Series trivia. Thank you for joining us live on the Just Baseball Show. If you're not joining us live, thank you for joining us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you ingest your podcasts. Could also be YouTube. Jack McMullen, Peter Apple. Who we brought to you by to kick us off?
BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Remember, folks, download BetMGM, whether that be on iOS or Android, and use promo code JUSTBASEBALL. Why? First bet offer up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if your first wager loses. We're going to talk World Series MVP. You already got our prediction, so if you have yet to download BetMGM, remember to use code JUSTBASEBALL because, again, first pick loses, you get whatever you wagered on it back in bonus bets up to $1,500.
How about that? We are going to talk Game 1 preview, which we have a matchup for. Blake Snell, Trey Yesavage in Game 1. How about Yesavage starting Game 6 and then cycling right back to start Game 1? Kevin Gausman, I know, threw an inning of relief on Sunday night in the ALCS, but it was on typical rest as well. Like, that shows you the confidence that they have in Yesavage. Clearly, we're going to get into that right now. How do you want to attack this Game 1 preview?
Can we first just talk about Trey Yesavage's 2025 timeline?
Yeah.
Our phenomenal Twitter team broke it down. On April 8th, he made his first career start in single A. On May 20th, first high A start. June 12th, first double A start. August 14th, first AAA start. September 15th, first MLB start. Then on the 5th, that first playoff start against the Yankees where he obliterated them. Then 10-13. First not so good start. But then he bounces back on October 24th, on the 13th, turns in a pretty decent start. And then, of course, he is our Game 1 starter. Addison, a member of our fantastic Twitter team, said it's the best rise for an MLB prospect ever. And I thought to myself, whoa, that sounds crazy. Like, what do you mean ever? But then I think about it. It might be. I mean, off the top of my head, a guy who starts in A-ball and then starts Game 1 of the World Series, find a better storyline than that.
I don't think there is one, and it's entirely a credit to Trey Yesavage, but also, I guess, a credit to the Toronto Blue Jays, because last year in the draft, there were some medical concerns that caused Yesavage to slip a little bit. He was a caliber pitcher that probably should have gone in the 7 to 15 range, and he slips into the 20s in the first round of the 2024 draft. And credit to the Blue Jays for, I guess, not overthinking any medical things that might have popped up. I have no idea what medical things might have popped up, but credit to them for rolling the dice on this guy who was amazing at East Carolina. And he has proven that weird works, and weird is better than hard at points. Hard is the velocity obsession, and the velocity obsession works. There's a reason that Tarek Skubal and Paul Skeens are the two best pitchers on the planet. You can in all likelihood make the case next year that Gary Crochet is number 3. Velocity is amazing. But all those guys have something weird going on as well. With Skubal, it's this leg kick. With Crochet, it's kind of the short arm delivery, how hard he works down the mound. With Skeens, it's crossfire. Like, there's something weird. Nobody's stock that's really good in this league. And Yesavage is proving that weird works really well. And he has rode weird to a Game 1 World Series start. He's opposite Blake Snell, who's just really good.
Yeah. And I think for all those listening, again, thanks for joining us on YouTube. What he's talking about by weird is he has the highest release point in baseball, and it's over 7 feet. So he's got that, mid-90s fastball, but it's the splitter, and it's tough to discern which is coming. So that's why he gets some ridiculous swings. I know in that one of those starts against the Mariners where he struck out the side, like he got Naylor, who looked like he was swinging the bat for the first time. He got Randy Arozarena on a high splitter where Randy thought it was going to drop even lower and and then he's walking back to the dugout just thinking, like, what in the hell is going on? I want to talk about why I think the Blue Jays went with Trey Yesavage, because I think it's the right decision.
Yeah.
If you go with Kevin Gausman, because at this point, I think Trey Yesavage, because of that inning in relief from Gausman, has a little bit more rest. But if you felt confident, you could go either way. but he does have a little bit more rest. And this start is game one, but I think it takes the pressure a little bit off him. If the Dodgers were to go up against Kevin Gausman in game one and win, now your backs are against the wall. And maybe that would bring out another edge in him. But I have to imagine game one of the World Series, you're already getting 100% of that dog in him that Trey Savage brings to every start. So he's going to have that regardless. And I also think it's a good taste breaker because Gausman has faced the Dodgers a number of times.
Yeah.
If we remember, he was a San Francisco Giant. So he's played in that division. Obviously, not every guy in the lineup. But over the years, the Dodgers have seen Gausman plenty. He's been pitching for a very long time. And they've even seen him this season. So you go with the guy who has shown that he's built for these types of moments. At home, he doesn't have his backs against the wall after a game one loss. He can throw and feel good about himself and give the Blue Jays as good of a shot to win this game as possible. My only problem is, though, the matchup isn't great. And we'll get into that in a second. Or I can just tell you right now.
No, don't tell me right now. I want to acknowledge that is a top flight spin zone, arguing that starting game one of the World Series is actually the lowest stress game that you can start in the World Series, given the circumstances.
Is that better? Would you be more stressed starting game two down 0-1 or just going game one of the World Series?
It's tough. I've never come close to that situation, so I have no idea.
In that situation?
I'm just trying to think about the pageantry that goes into game one versus game two. In game one, like there's way more build up to game one than game two. But you're right. The stakes are, I guess, it's hard for me to say lower because the first impression is absolutely massive. But the stakes are a little different. Now, if you're up 1-0, the stress is entirely off you, Savage. But do you want to gamble that? Like, do you want to roll the dice and hope that happens against Blake Snell? No, not necessarily. I would be curious to hear John Schneider's reasoning for you, Savage, game one. And that could be public right now. I know World Series Media Day is going on at this moment. But I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying, and I think I agree with you. But I just can't wrap my peanut brain around it all the way.
I guess what would be the point of going Gausman game one over you, Savage? Because I think
just like your $115 million pitcher gets the ball game one. Your quote unquote ace gets the ball game one.
He's gonna pitch game two anyway. I think what they're doing is they're trying to set Trey Savage up for the most success.
Yeah.
And knowing, hey, our guy Kevin Gausman can pitch anywhere in any spot.
Sure.
So we'd rather set them both up like this instead of Gausman going game one, and then you have a rookie backs against the wall in game two. Like, that's an uncomfortable situation.
Sure. Versus if you're down 0-1, you trust your ace and your $100 million pitcher to get you a win game two.
100%. And I also do think that the Dodgers never seeing him could make it weird. I remember we talked about in the World Series preview. At least the first time through the order, you can watch all the film you want. But this is a weird, funky guy who I don't think is going to be afraid of the Dodgers. I think he's going to go right at him.
Yep. All right. On the other side, Blake Snell. Do you have much of a dissection of Snell? I can give you the standard numbers on him in the postseason as it stands. 21 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 28 punchouts, 5 walks. That's a whip of 0.52. A 0.86 ERA, and opponents are 6 for 67 against him. That's an 0.90 batting average against. And oh, by the way, he's 3-0 in his 3 starts. Blake Snell is pitching as well as any pitcher in Major League Baseball in the postseason. You could argue he's pitcher 1 right now, and the only competition would be his guy Yamamoto.
So the good thing is, the Blue Jays have hit him well in the past. Just kidding. They faced him this year, and they got 3 hits against him in 5 innings. Didn't allow a run, and he struck out 10. Remember that lineup that doesn't strike out? Lowest strikeout rate in baseball, highest contact rate in baseball, 10 strikeouts. He did face them the year before. He dominated them again. 5 innings, only a few hits, and a bunch of strikeouts. He's faced the Blue Jays a number of times in his career. We remember he used to be a Tampa Bay Ray. Now, again, these are different lineups. It's just bringing you all the numbers possible. None of them may matter, but that's what we're here to do. 2.39 ERA over 79 innings against the Blue Jays in his career. He ain't afraid of this place. He's pitched in the Rogers Center plenty of times, so it's not a new environment. Now, he's never pitched in the Rogers Center in a World Series type environment. Of course, nobody has since 1993. But he won't be afraid of the moment. He has no problems going to pitch on the road. And the Blue Jays lineup against lefties is still really solid. But this is a different cat. This guy, his blood runs cold. They got a problem in front of them. That's all I'm going to say. And I've been looking at all the betting lines too. No pitcher has had a 6.5 strikeout line against the Blue Jays. None.
No. Do I see this note correctly from Brody Morrow? He's the only pitcher who the Jays had double-digit punch-outs against?
Might be true. I know he had 10, and I have been watching Blue Jays baseball all year. I don't remember another pitcher getting 10 punch-outs against the Toronto Blue Jays, so that might be accurate.
Wow.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Can't confirm that right now, though, but I believe you, Brody. Thank you for watching and listening here. Blake Snell, Trey Savage. What else is there to dissect at this point?
So I think it's important to, and we don't have all the information, but whether Bo Bichette's going to play or not, because of course that should help the Blue Jays lineup. And John Schneider did come out today and he said that it might be some second base, could be some shortstop, it could be some DH, and that George Springer is going to be available to play the outfield. And John Heyman even tweeted out he was at the workout and basically said, I'm not the one making the decisions, but he did look good in my eyes. So it was a good thing for the Blue Jays to get another bat like Bo Bichette in. But on top of it, you got a right-handed bat against a lefty. That's only going to help elongate the lineup even more. You're likely going to take Addison Barger out of the lineup and figure out a way to get Davis Schneider in there. So it's still definitely a good lineup against left-handed pitching. The problem is you could throw those numbers out the window because it's Blake Snell in the playoffs, and Blake Snell in the playoffs is a different cat. Yeah. This guy's a monster. So there's not really much to break down from the Dodgers lineup, right? They haven't seen Savage. Savage has 3 regular season starts and a few postseason starts under his belt. Yeah. But the one thing is, and I talked about it again on the World Series preview, the Dodgers are number 1 in xWOBA this year against combinations of fastball splitters and sliders from righties. Number 1. Now, does that mean that they're done? Right? Does that mean the Blue Jays have already lost this game? Of course not. No. The Mariners were within the top 10 against those pitch mix. The Yankees were in the upper half of Major League Baseball, and he made the Yankees look terrible. Yeah. So he could turn in a good start, but we'll see what happens with these bullpens. And you assume Snell is going to give them some length. I also expect to see Eric Lauer a good amount in this series. Okay. Because we talk about the lefties like Brendan Little, Mason Fluharty. Fluharty's had success against Shohei, and he'll kind of be that one-inning lefty specialist. Yeah. I don't know why they would bring in Brendan Little after putting up a 6 ERA to end the season. And then
again, he's not throwing strikes.
I think it's going to be Eric Lauer. And I think we're going to see Lauer a lot. And he's going to be huge for them. And I think we see him in game 1.
Interesting. Okay. We already did World Series X Factors. Let's go game 1 X Factors. The Blue Jays win if this unfolds. The Dodgers win if this unfolds. It could be a player. It could be a certain trend in the game. Give me the path to victory for Toronto. Give me the path to victory for the Dodgers.
The path to victory for the Blue Jays is Trey Savage has to dominate. He has to give you somewhat similar of a performance to what he did against the Yankees or in his last start against the Mariners. Because it's hard for me to say, oh, the Blue Jays have to jump on Blake Snell. That's less likely than Trey Savage turning in a good start here. So if the Blue Jays are going to win, I think it's going to have to be low scoring or just keep it tight, wear Blake Snell out so he's only going 6 innings. Because if he goes 8 or 7, you're screwed. But if you can get him in the 6 and then you start to face guys like Blake Trinan, that's the way. If you keep it tight, that's when you can win the ball game. Now, the Dodgers, it's easy. If you get a really, really good Blake Snell start, you're probably going to win. Yeah. Because if we're getting a really good Snell start, that means he's giving up 1 run. Even if Trey Savage shoves, Let's say he gives up 1 or 2 runs, which would be a great start.
Yeah.
But Blake Snell's in the 7th inning and he's allowed 1 run. The Dodgers won. So for them, as long as Blake Snell continues to be Blake Snell, they're going to win. But if Trey Savage can match, the Blue Jays have a shot.
Okay. I can appreciate that entirely. I am not sure if Savage can match what Snell does because I don't think Savage in any world goes 7. And I think Dave Roberts wants and needs Snell to go 7. Snell is easy X factor for the Dodgers. Blue Jays, I'm going to give you 2 names. Springer, because you need a hot start. Like if Springer rips a double down the left field line against Snell and just jabs in the mouth immediately, that changes the game entirely for me, at least, because that will send a shockwave through that ballpark and through that dugout saying, we can hang with this guy. He's not Thanos. He's a normal human being that might get beat in game 1 of the World Series. So Springer's first at bat is a humongous X factor for me. The other one is Alejandro Kirk. I feel like Snell and the Dodgers will be prepping for the front third of this lineup. And then there's Kirk. And like Kirk kind of slid under the rug in the CS. He was really good in the DS, but in the CS, he was like, okay, you're around sometimes, you're not around other times. If Alejandro Kirk has his fingerprints on this game, I feel like that's a really good thing for the Blue Jays. So I look at Springer and Kirk. Those are my X factors. And then obviously it's entirely reliant on Snell. Does he put him in a position to succeed through 6, through 7, heck, through 8? We'll see what kind of Snell we get on very long rest, might I add.
Yep. And his ERA is the highest on 6+ days of rest throughout his career.
Yeah.
I actually bet against him when he in that first start against the Brewers because I said, hey, maybe with this much rest, he's not going to look as sharp.
No.
Face the minimum.
Yeah.
I lost that bet if you didn't know. So yeah, I don't think he's going to be bothered by anything. He is an indestructible force. Also, we got a great question here. Appreciate the donation as well. Yep. Are you guys going to talk about Tony Vitello to the Giants? I feel like we're going to have to save that.
We will. Yes, we could do it real quick now, but we could have a longer conversation later.
I'd rather have a longer conversation later because I don't want to. Our brains are focused on World Series trivia, on MVP picks, and Game 1. And I want to give this enough airtime. Like, this is a big time get coming over from the University of Tennessee. My opinion, the best head coach, or excuse me, manager. I also got football in the brain. I was putting out some football picks.
Yeah.
Manager in the game in college baseball, and now goes to the Giants, and you got Buster Posey's new regime there. So again, Kurt Suzuki to the Angels. We're going to talk about that at a later date, but I really, really appreciate the donation, Carter. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Carter. Number 1, it is head coach in baseball. It's head coach in college. It is manager in professional baseball, but it's head coach in college baseball. So he goes from a head coach to a manager. Couple quick nuggets for Carter. And again, we'll talk more at length about it probably early next week. He becomes the first guy to ever jump to a major league manager role with 0 professional baseball experience. It's only college baseball experience. The other things about this was reported by Front Office Sports. San Francisco giving Tony Vitello a raise. He was making $3.3 million a year with Tennessee. So his salary every year is north of 3.3. The Giants are also paying his $3 million buyout to the University of Tennessee, and they're still paying the $4 million owed to Bob Melvin in 2026. So they're on the hook for 4 to Melvin, 3 for the buyout, and more than 3.3 to Tony Vitello. I bet he's making 4.5, 5. That is crazy money for a skipper, and this is Buster Posey pushing all the chips forward and saying, we're going to be unorthodox, but we're going to freaking win. And I love this shout.
I think, and you and I are aligned on this, and I think Arm is too. When we started the Just Baseball show, people think it was, to have fun and talk baseball, with our friends, build an amazing community of baseball fans. No. We all want to be college football or college baseball coaches, sign a big deal and get fired.
Yes.
We can then live off that money. That's the point of the Just Baseball show. I think you're aligned.
Also, how about this from Ben? Didn't he take a pay cut? I would be stunned if he did. I didn't see that reported.
I would understand the pay cut initially because obviously it's likely going to lead to a much bigger payday
it's
down the
big
line.
leagues, but I would assume it would just be a minimum match at 3.3.
I agree. I don't think it was a pay cut, but I would understand if there was a pay cut.
I'd be curious to hear. I'd be curious to see the reporting on that. So we are going to get to trivia in a little bit, but real quick, I do want to go through our World Series MVP picks. Peter Apple, who you got and why?
So I already broke down on the last one why I like Max Muncy at 30-1 on BetMGM. I think those odds are completely out of whack. If you notice and you go through the BetMGM odds, he also is one of the odds leaders to lead this series in RBIs. We talked about it yesterday. Is going to be in a lot of positions against right-handed bats. He's got an OPS over 900 in his postseason career. He's got an OPS over 800 during the regular season, got an OPS over 800 during the regular season. Once he put glasses on, he put up a 161 WRC plus. He is the most underrated hitter, I think, in this entire series, and those odds are completely out of whack. But I wanted to bring you a few more long shots. Because we can all say, I think Shohei Ohtani's going to win the World Series MVP.
No, you got Justin Dean. Yeah. What are the odds on Justin Dean? You got him, right?
I like Justin Dean because that defense is going to matter in center in the 8th inning when they're up by 4 runs. I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to be the MVP. No. I'm going 20-1 or deeper.
Wow.
Let me cook for you. Number 1, another long shot after Max Muncy, Blake Snell. And the reason I say Blake Snell is, let's say this series looks similar to Phillies and Brewers, where there's no real offensive powerhouses coming from either side. The pitching is what is known as the highlights of this series. Without Shohei's 3 home run game, and on top of it, 6 innings of 2-hit ball with 10 strikeouts, he likely doesn't win the NLCS MVP because guys were good. They weren't great.
Yeah.
So if that didn't happen, what might have happened? So if I think Dodgers in 5, because I think the Blue Jays steal that Tyler Glasnow start, and there's no great offensive performances on the Dodgers side, Blake Snell turns in an 8-inning, unbelievable performance in game 1, and then closes out the World Series, maybe throws a complete game at Dodger Stadium to win it. 20-1? If I think the Dodgers win in 5, he would be the only pitcher on the Dodgers side with 2 starts. I think that's a realistic path.
Yes.
Like, I don't think that's a crazy thing to say that both pitching staffs do pretty well in this series.
No.
And you take the best pitcher in the series that won 2 of those games. So a 20-1, but I also have a 50-1 one, and we're going to stick on pitching because I just have a feeling that, and now things could change. I might even bet the over tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But my initial thinking here is we're going to get good pitching throughout. How do the Blue Jays win? Is it out hitting the Dodgers and just crushing all of their starting pitchers? I think that's unlikely. So if the Blue Jays get a great Trey Savage start and win game 1, they get a great Trey Savage start and win game 5, and then we get to a game 7 and Trey Savage comes out of the bullpen maybe to shut the door, and there's no crazy offensive performances on the side of Toronto, 50-1? Like, I'm looking at it right now. Who do you think has a better chance of winning the World Series MVP? Trey Savage or Nathan Lucas?
Wow. Lucas has better odds?
No, they have the same.
Oh, they have the same. Okay. Interesting. Yeah,
I would say Trey
the
Savage.
game 1 starter.
That's what I'm saying. So just looking through the odds, I think some of these are off. Who else was I looking at? Will Smith at 35-1 made me kind of think a little bit. Another one that I had in the middle of the lineup, again, I'm just looking for long shots here. Dalton Varsho. I know he came off a really tough NLCS performance. He did have a couple of big hits, but was unconscious against the Yankees. If he makes a couple of big-time plays, he's going to face a lot of righties in this series outside of Blake Snell. I'm just thinking about if Vladdy and Springer have decent series, who would be the big-time lefty to really make some noise? And I think it'd be Dalton Varsho, and he's not really priced up there with the top Blue Jays. And I think he is a top Blue Jay. So those are picks that I was looking at for long shots.
Got you. Okay. I don't have odds. I also will not give gambling advice. I'm just going to give you my like picks, I guess. For the Dodgers side, I mean, Otani, I saw the odds. Like, that's unbelievable that somebody is a plus 165 or whatever it is.
It's unbelievable.
It's hard for me to fully grasp that somebody goes in effectively as Otani versus the field when we haven't seen a pitch thrown in the World Series, but that's where we're at. So, I mean, Otani, obviously, he is in a position to dominate and be in this position. The other guy that I want to shout out is Freddie Freeman. Like Freeman, and I know he's, probably one of the favorites as well, but they're all righties. Like everybody on Toronto's side throws the baseball with the right hand. Freddie kills righties. Freddie has already proven that he can win a World Series MVP. So if you're looking for like the not overthinking, casual pick, Freddie Freeman on the Dodgers side. So I look at Otani and Freeman. On the Blue Jays side, they're not winning the World Series without Vladdy going absolutely nuclear.
Yeah.
Let's be honest right now. Like, okay, I can appreciate a Springer dinger. I can appreciate Bichette having this rejuvenation and he, finds health in his knee all of a sudden. I can appreciate all of these different things, but they don't win without Vladdy putting them on his back. And Vladdy was our ALDS MVP. Vladdy was everyone's ALCS MVP. Why can't he go with the clean sweep and be the World Series MVP too? So
I like the pitch too, but I think they can win the World Series if Vladdy is very good and Springer is amazing. Because he's another guy who's also won a World Series MVP against this team. And I look at the odds. Vladdy's 6-1. I know you're not looking at the odds, so this is irrelevant for you. But I'm saying for any of the gamblers out there, Springer at 10-1, Vladdy at 6-1. You could go with Vladdy, but just because Vladdy is really good, he's gonna need someone to be just as good, if not better, in order to beat a team like the Dodgers. That's why I like George Springer. You're betting on a guy at 10-1 who's a proven postseason performer, one of the best of all time, tied for third in postseason home runs at 23. Like, that's the guy who I would want at 10-1. I love the pick with with Freeman. And I think this is his counterpart, the guy who's proven it. And it seems like he ain't worried about that knee. And let's say he plays some outfield and makes a big time play as well. That's only going to help his case. So I like George Springer at 10-1 as well.
Cool. I like Vladdy, and I feel like Vladdy is kind of the slam dunk pick for the Blue Jays side. And listen, folks, if you're playing third base against Vladimir Guerrero Jr., chances are you have a couple of courses of action.
Yeah.
You can either do the Max Muncy thing and get glasses and see the baseball better, or you can think about life insurance and make sure that your family is protected.
Agreed.
And if you're going to go with plan of action 2, I would recommend using our friends at Ethos Life Insurance. Ethos is an online platform that makes getting life insurance fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not in months. There's no complicated process. It is 100% online. No medical exam required either. All you got to do, answer a few health questions. Get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. You can get up to $3 million in coverage. You can get same-day coverage without ever leaving your house. Ethos is a trustworthy company that disrupts the traditional life insurance industry. Ethos has a 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot with over 2,400 reviews. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/justbaseball. That's Ethos, ethos.com/justbaseball. Application times may vary and rates may vary. We're going to talk to Peyton Guinness in a moment with some World Series trivia. Wild intro to that ad read. They're always wild. Get with the program, Vic. Appreciate you tuning in. We are going to get to Peyton for some World Series trivia in a moment. But before that, whoosh. I love it.
I'm here.
Hey, Peyton, you're here. What's up, man?
Oh my God, that threw me off. Yo, how you guys
Big
doing?
League Analysis?
Okay, few things before we start. First, I'm wearing this hat not because I'm a Dodgers fan. It's one.
Yeah, we're also on audio. This is a learning lesson for you. You're wearing a Dodger hat.
I'm wearing a That's a good point. I'm wearing a Dodgers
But we are
hat.
live on YouTube. Give him a break, Jack. And I already
Thank
how
you.
Peyton just hops in. He's like, this is what I'm doing here. Instead of the intro, get after it, Peyton. I already love the energy. I'm not
listen.
saying that to hurt you.
No, listen, Jack introduced the World Series trivia. Second, Jack always harps on Peter for mispronouncing last names. Has never pronounced my last name right.
Is it Genus? I'm sorry.
Never. It's genus, not
Genus.
Guinness. It's not a beer.
I never say Guinness. I say Guinness, but it's genus.
How
And
could
now
you?
I have it, and I'll never forget it.
But yeah, I'm wearing this because my hair looks atrocious, and it was relevant, and that's fine. So you want to just get right into these World Series trivia picks, or
I do want to get into it in a moment, but unfortunate news here that the Dodgers just reported. The Dodgers have announced that Alex Vesia is away from the team ahead of the World Series due to a deeply personal family matter. Wow, that's really, really unfortunate. I'm hoping for the best for Alex and his whole family there. That is just a gut punch in terms of news, not even on field, just off field too. You know it has to be incredibly serious for somebody to miss the World Series. So yeah, that's a serious gut punch. Really hoping for the best for Alex Vesia.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. So
That'd be hard.
Yeah, I mean there's no way to transition, but we can start playing trivia if you want.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Peyton.
So just to kill my credibility out the gate, I'm going to start with one that I tried fact checking as many times as possible. I used Ben, I used Elijah, and you'll understand why I'm going with this one first. And this is for both of you. It's how many World Series winners have appeared on the Just Baseball show?
Oh,
you weren't expecting that one.
Johnny
You're expecting.
Ben, Johnny
Okay, it's
Bench.
one.
Johnny Bench is number one.
Walker Buehler.
2.
This
does not include golf outings. This does not include golf outings. And this does not include like alternate podcasts on the Just Baseball Network. This is mainline JB show.
This is mainline JB show.
We're already off to a horrible start. Like I don't even, like I'm drawing a blank. Like have we had on players? We've had on a number of players.
No, you know what? Tucker Davidson.
Oh my god!
Damn, hell yeah!
I was convinced that was going to be the one that was gonna be the last one. Oh,
you got it. Tucker Davidson, 2021 Brave.
People forget about the Arm Barn podcast. We got 5 episodes in. Great interview with Patrick Sandoval.
Wow. Good interview with Pat Sandoval and with Brett Phillips.
I forgot we had Brett Phillips on.
You had Brett Phillips on. Oh man. Who else? I'm trying to think. 23.
There's one more.
There's one more. 23 Rangers. Did we have a 23 Ranger on? Did we have a 22 Astro? No. Did we have so we got Johnny Bench, Walker Buehler, Tucker Davidson.
What a trio.
20 was it a 2016 Cub?
Well, if you look at your show with Taylor Davis, it would be Albert Almora, but that counts. Okay, so
no, it doesn't count. No, Almora doesn't count.
Okay.
Oh, man.
This is gonna be. All I gotta say is the fact that you got this. The blanking on this one is kind of rough. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no. I'm trying to think of like.
Dude, let me know when you throw in the towel.
I mean, the Yankees didn't win it with Nestor. No Jesus Luzardo.
The Yankees didn't win it with Nestor. The Yankees have a 1-2 now.
We don't have to say that. I'm just speaking out loud. Tanner Bybee, no. Stephen Kwan, no. Who?
Not David Schneider yet. It's great. Can I tell you?
Yes.
It's Jeff Conine.
Oh.
Are you guys kidding? Dude, I'm telling Aram after this, it's rough.
Well, that wasn't fair. I wasn't on that one. That doesn't really help. We produced the clips.
Man.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, no, that shines very poorly on me. Let's keep going.
To wrap up the Just Baseball show duo of questions, which Just Baseball show host is undefeated in World Series predictions?
Holy smokes, you went deep into the archives for this, huh?
Listen, this is my debut. I had to come out hot.
I love that. I
mean, it's not me. I lost last year. So it's you or Aram.
I'm gonna go Aram.
It's Aram. Aram is 4-0.
Wow.
Although Jack is 3-1, his only blunder was the 2023 Diamondbacks.
I picked the Snakes. Okay. You know what? I feel all right about that.
What's my record?
Jack, you're 1-3, unfortunately.
Get wrecked, loser.
I will say some highlights because I did go through them. Few highlights. One, Walker picked the Rangers in 23, so Walker Buehler is 1-0.
Cool.
If he counts as a host, he is also undefeated. He can qualify innings-wise. Jack in 2021 said Braves in 6. It was Braves in 6. And last year, Aram said Dodgers in 7, which doesn't count. But then he said Freddie Freeman MVP and then immediately said, just kidding. Because he was hurt going into the series. And that was a big thing. So, like, if Aram stood on business, he would have had like an unbelievable postseason record. But
wow,
did not.
Can I ask which one I got right?
You got the Rangers correct.
Look at you, man.
I could have sworn I picked the D-backs.
It was funny because I went back to the 2021 episode. The first two were funny because it was the same bit. It was Peter obviously came in with his betting pick, and Jack had the same joke about how him and Aram were being contrarian to you. And I mean, they actually turned out to be right in that case.
Yeah.
Just donating money. Hopefully,
I haven't really scratched jokes. I think what I've realized is if I were to go back and listen to a 2021 episode, I'm just repeating the same things. I play the hits. I'm a top 40 pop station.
So if we want to move on to a more baseball question, I'm going to target Jack McMarlin on this one. The Miami/Florida Marlins have won 2 World Series. Who took home the World Series MVP awards?
In 97.
I think I have one of them.
It was not Jeff in 97.
No.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Pudge?
No.
Good guess. 03. I'm going to go with. It was not Luis Castillo, was it?
No.
Wasn't Josh Beckett either, right?
It was Josh Beckett, 2003.
Okay. It was Beckett in 03.
He closed out the World Series by tagging Jorge Posada on the first base line.
Wow. The 1997 Marlins. Jim Leland was the skipper. I know.
I will say your one hint on this, because I'll give it to you, and I think this could give it away, is this guy is known for a pretty infamous World Series start, but it's not infamous because of a player.
Okay.
It's because
did you understand that hint at all?
My next guess was going to be Edgar Renteria, but it's not Edgar Renteria. It's a starting pitcher. Was it Al Leiter or Kevin Brown?
No.
No. Was it Livan?
Yes, Livan Hernandez. He was
Hernandez, who was that the World Series where it was the worst home plate umpire we've ever seen in the history.
It's a postseason start, and if you look at, I forget who the umpire's name was.
15 punch outs or something.
Yes, it was 15 punch outs, and someone did like the strike zone overlay in post because they didn't have one back then. And it's unbelievable. It's like it's by far the worst ever. Like he had an insane line that game. But it was because
Peter, I'm not sure if you've ever seen the highlights of that game, but it was 15 Ks. It was the most egregious strike zone we have ever seen. Like it's beyond what we see in the Little League World Series every year.
You mentioned it a few episodes ago, and then I went back and watched the YouTube highlights, and I was like, he's giving him these 2-seam sinkers 5 balls out.
It's unbelievable.
Not even close. These guys are looking over the plate, just being like, I mean, if this is the strike zone, we have no chance.
There's some serious lore there.
Back to back 2-seamers in the left batter's box against righties, and it was easy.
No, that played. Okay, so we got Livan Hernandez and Josh Beckett. 2 pitchers as World Series MVP for the 2 fish.
It goes for Peter's Snell thing that Andy Savage. Okay, so here's another one that targets Jack's childhood team and current team of employment and Peter's favorite team ever.
Okay.
Can you name the 7 World Series walk-off homers this century? The players who hit them.
The 7 World Series walk-off
You
homers.
mean not this century, not from 2000 and on.
The 7 walk-off home runs hit in the World Series.
Not to win the World Series.
Not clinchers.
Just to win a game.
In World Series games.
Yeah.
Oh.
So David Freese.
Yes, David Freese.
Yes.
Let's go. Jeff Blum hit it for the White Sox in 05?
No. Come on.
It wasn't
David
Konerko,
Freese.
was it?
It was
09?
David Freese.
Well, I said Freese.
Rangers. Oh, you said Freese. Sorry.
It wasn't Blum. It was a light hitting.
Scotty Potts.
Yeah, come on.
Scott Podsednik.
Come on. This Pope was there.
Yeah, that's true. Bob Prevost, who is now Pope Leo the 14th, was there to see Scott Podsednik hit a walk-off home run in the World Series.
Corey Seager.
Wasn't a walk-off. There was
one later. True. That was a go-ahead home run against.
But there was one in that game.
Adolis Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 24 last year.
Come on, dude.
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie.
Eat it. There you go. You guys have 4. There's 3 left.
Give me Freddie.
22. I don't remember a World Series walk-off home run in 22.
There wasn't.
Yeah.
I'll give you the years if you want for the remaining.
Sure.
2018.
Perfect. 18 was either the Red Sox or the Dodgers.
Red Sox, Dodgers.
2018, 2003, 2001. So the Yankees were involved in 2 of those.
Yep.
2001. Jeter.
Yes.
Jeter in 2001.
Mr. November.
Against who was that submariner coming out of the bullpen?
Byung-Hyun Kim.
Yep, he was good, but Jeter. Yeah. 2003.
2003. If you play MLB The Show a lot, Boog Shambi has brought this up a ton.
I don't play.
Is it? I don't know it from that, but isn't it? Is it Edgar Renteria? No. Is it
2003?
Is it Mike Lowell?
No, this is like a light hitting shortstop. He was good. He was known for his glove.
Alex Gonzalez.
Yes, Alex Gonzalez. There you go. So you're only missing 2018.
2018.
Is it Steve Pierce?
No, this is the famous. I'll tell you this. This is the famous extra innings Eovaldi game.
Yeah.
Was that the 7-hour game? Was that game 3?
Yeah. And the Dodgers won that one.
18 innings.
Who would have hit it in 2018?
Was it Matt Kemp? No, that was that was a horrible guess.
No, actually, what? I mean, he was on the team for the beginning of. He was on the team in 2018.
Yeah, but that was towards the end of his career. Like as soon as the word Matt Kemp came out of my mouth, I was like, I know it's not.
At least he was on the team, though.
Yes, he was on the team. Dodgers fans
Chris Taylor?
Not Taylor.
Not
Dodgers
Taylor.
fans are probably screaming listening to this on audio.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I put you guys in. It's tough on the spot.
Justin Turner?
No. Okay. Your hint is lefty.
Was it Jock?
Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Muncy.
That's
Max.
right. Damn. Yeah, this is a horrible showing from us.
I don't think we're doing that badly. I think
we're not doing great.
I think it's very easy for anybody watching to be like,
I think under pressure, under pressure it's a bit difficult. I will say that.
Give me the 6 of those again.
So 7 and 6, 7, and
yes, nice.
It's in backward reverse chronological. I guess it would say is Freddie Freeman off of Nestor Cortez, Adolis Garcia off of Miguel Castro, Max Muncy off of Nathan Eovaldi, David Freese off of Mark Lowe. Didn't realize it was Mark Lowe. Scott Podsednik off of Brad Lidge, Alex Gonzalez off of Jeff Weaver, and Derek Jeter off of Byung-Hyun Kim. Which I'm probably not pronouncing correctly, but it was Byung-Hyun Kim.
Let's keep going. I'm having fun.
Okay. So this is, I guess, a bit easier. I think you guys should get this one. I want to see if you guys can name in reverse order the World Series MVP from 2024 to 2010.
Freddie Freeman. Corey Seager.
2022.
Houston.
I'm so bad at these.
Houston in 22. Was it Altuve?
No. He actually had a pretty rough postseason that year.
God, this is not our forte.
Is it Jeremy Pena?
Jeremy Pena.
Yeah.
Good
2021, you have to got this one.
21 was Atlanta, Jorge Soler.
Oh, yeah, that homer. It's burned in your head.
2020 again, Corey Seager.
He's generational. 2019.
2019 was Steven Strasburg.
Steven Strasburg won the World Series MVP and then threw 30 career innings after it.
Yeah.
And netted over 200 million.
Yeah.
So
2018
you win some, you lose some.
Dodgers, Red Sox.
That was Steve Pierce, was it not?
Yep, that was Steve Pierce. The Astros trash can year, 2017.
Yeah. Springer.
Yes.
17 was Springer. 16 was
Cubs.
Ben Zobrist.
The greatest ball player ever.
Jack, we watched that series together in college.
Yeah. Del Plain Hall.
You guys go back.
15 was Kansas City.
And it was Hosmer?
No, it was Alex Gordon.
No.
It wasn't Salvi.
It was Salvi.
It was Salvi.
We both said it wasn't Salvi at the same time.
2014.
Giants, was that Bumgarner?
That's Bumgarner.
Yeah.
2013.
2013 was the Red Sox. And that was... It wasn't a young Xander Bogaerts.
No.
Not a rookie Xander Bogaerts. It was...
I'm drawing a blank here. I don't even know. 2013 Red Sox.
Is it an outfielder?
No, it's like what's the saying? It's like the most simple solution is the answer. Like
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz. Can I read you a stat line quickly for that series?
Yeah.
He hit 688. He hit 688, didn't he?
He hit exactly 688. That was weird. 688, 760, 1188 for a 1948 OPS. His OPS is post integration.
It was so
it's insane.
That's crazy.
I remember that Ortiz series. Could have sworn it was not 2013. That's how I have that memorized. I have that as like the greatest World Series ever, and I, for whatever reason, never pieced it together.
He played in the field a bunch that series too, because it was But 2012.
12 was San Francisco, and that was that Buster Posey? No.
Brian Wilson?
No. Sergio Romo was the closer for that series.
Yeah.
It wasn't Bumgarner again.
Not Hunter Pence.
I'm giving you guys hints. I'm giving you guys a hint.
He's doing this for everybody watching. What is that?
Chopping?
I mean, it wouldn't be Jorge Soler, obviously.
Doing kung fu moves.
Oh, Pablo
Sandoval.
Damn it. 2011.
2011 was David Freese.
Yes. And 2010 might be a bit difficult.
2010 was again San Francisco.
This is the only one I think it's a bit... I mean, Steve Pierce is kind of off the wall, but this one might be a bit difficult just because of the year and the player.
The year and the player in 2010 for the San Francisco Giants. Not Matt Cain.
No. He's like... This is not a guy you'd think of as a Giant. Like, this is...
I'm stumped.
I have no idea.
I'll give it to you. Edgar Renteria.
Yeah, no.
You had Renteria on the brain earlier. You should have stuck with it.
Yeah, we were talking Florida Marlins, then all of a sudden they're here.
Yeah, crazy. And then, I mean, after that, Tadeki Matsui, of course. And then, so like, I tried to mentally go through this list. I made it to 2007, and then I had no shot at 2006, which is David Eckstein. And then
you're better than
lost. I was able to make it, but also, like, I've studied these a bunch.
Yeah, that's something I never really paid attention to, like memorizing the World Series MVPs.
But you guys did good outside of Edgar Renteria.
We did all right.
I think you carried me. I would have not have done well.
It's okay.
So credit to you.
We're a team.
Yeah, we are a team.
I have two more prepped. One is another list, and one is a simple answer.
Cool.
I'm gonna go with the simple answer one first. And I was talking about this with Elijah. It's funny. Who is the only player to take the final at bat of more than one World Series since integration?
To take the final at bat, so they have to be on the losing side twice.
Not necessarily.
Well, if you say not necessarily, then that would indicate somebody.
I'm gonna say Joe Carter.
No.
Oh, because I
That's
thought
a
maybe
good-
a walk-off home
Your
run.
head is in the
and-
right area. Like that's like that's what that would mean if someone
That's a
took the
good.
final at bat.
That's a good guess. When you say not necessarily, that makes me think that somebody has a World Series winning hit. So I'm going to go Luis Gonzalez.
No. Well, he does, but that's not the answer.
Is it like
Yeah.
a Bill Mazeroski character?
No.
Give us a time period.
Late 90s and 2000s.
Late 90s, 2000s.
So you were on par with your Luis Gonzalez pick, but it's not him.
Not Luis Gonzalez.
Late 90s. So that means it could be a Yankee.
Is it a Yankee?
No. Neither of the
Well,
series
Yankee.
involved Yankees.
You said late 90s, early 2000s. The
Yes.
Yankees. Oh, so it could have been. Would it be a player on the Braves? No, that's wrong, Peyton.
No, it's not. It's not a player in the Braves.
It's not a player on the Braves.
Can I give you their teams? Even though
Yes.
this
Yes.
will give it away. 2004 and
2004 would have
1997.
been St. Louis.
And 1997 and 2004. Those were the two teams those are the 2 years he played in. I'll give you that.
97 and 04. Would it have been Berkman?
No. Let me know when.
I think we need this one.
04 Cardinal.
Taking the last at bat in that? I don't know.
I have no idea.
So the whole bit of this question after that last one was to show to you that Edgar Renteria is a World Series legend.
Wow.
1997 walk-off hit for the Marlins.
Yeah.
2004 final out to break the Red Sox 86-year curse while
Wow.
rocking the number 3, same number as Babe Ruth. And then 2010 he said, "Screw it, I'm going to win a World Series MVP for the San Francisco Giants."
Shout out you, Edgar Renteria.
Edgar Renteria. Guess what? 30 plus WAR too. Good career.
Also,
Sneaky.
shout out you, Peyton, because not only was that good trivia, like it had a point to it. Where
Yeah.
it's like, let's just really show how much impact
Oh,
Edgar
my
Renteria
My
God.
Edgar Renteria agenda. That's the whole. That was the only reason I came on the show. Honestly,
Do we have any others, or is it Jack's turn?
Peyton has one more.
I have one more, and based on this might be this might be a bit hard for you guys, but I'm going to give you a little bit of an out on it, and that is, I want you guys to name either side of the coin, and you'll understand what that means in a second. Can you name me in reverse chronological order either the hitter who was the final out or the pitcher who got the final out in the last 10 World Series?
Yes.
So
I'm gonna go
2024.
I'm going to go
Bueller.
pitchers.
Bueller last year.
All you have to do is name one side of it. So Bueller
Yeah.
last year, it was a Verdugo.
Again, Verdugo. 2023. It
Josh
was
Spores.
Josh Spores. Good
And
of Ketel Marte.
Yep.
yes.
2022 was
A little
Ryan Presley.
Yes. Ryan Presley of Cassie.
2021 was
Bit more
Peter,
difficult.
I'm gonna
bit more
cook here
difficult.
for a minute. I'm sorry.
Get after it.
2021 was the back end of the night shift. So it wasn't Matzik, it wasn't Minter, it wasn't Jackson, it was Will Smith.
Yes, it was.
2020 was Julio Urias.
Yikes.
2019, yikes indeed. 2019 was Daniel Hudson.
Mr. ACL. Yes, he was on the 2024 Dodgers too.
2018 was Chris Sale.
When he AI'd Machado.
Yep. 2017 was Charlie Morton.
Yes. Oh, this is that.
2016 was Mike Montgomery.
Oh my God.
Good for you.
2015 was that Giordano Ventura?
No.
No,
but-
was that Greg Holland?
No, other crazy reliever on that
Wade
team.
Davis.
Wade Davis.
Wade Davis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could
Could you go further?
2014 was Bumgarner.
Yes.
That's probably as far. 2013 was Koji Ohara.
Good for you.
Jack is cooking.
So this is where like never going out and never being a social person really comes to play.
This is
2012 was Sergio Romo.
Sergio Romo. We talked about that.
2011 was St. Louis. I don't know.
Oh, I would say if you got this one, I think you could get the rest of them.
No,
It's Jason Mott.
I wouldn't have gotten that. And
Big
then
old beard.
2010, was it Brian Wilson?
Brian Wilson.
Mm.
2009, we can just skip it. Obviously, it's
Mariano.
Yeah. 2008
Yeah.
is Brad Lidge.
No.
Then Papelbon, Wainwright, and who got the final out in 2005 for the White Sox?
Bobby Jenks.
Bobby Jenks.
Rest in peace, Bobby Jenks.
Rest in peace, Bobby Jenks. I actually had no faith that you guys were going to get that one. And Jack Jack waved Peter off to the corner.
He speed run that. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm about to go ISO.
ISO.
Right now.
Yeah, he's
Like,
ISO.
This is my, give me the ball.
No, it is funny about this list, and obviously they're World Series teams, so obviously the rosters are going to be a bit better. But I'm kind of shocked at how notable the hitter names are for the final out, because we didn't necessarily go over it, but it's like Ketel Marte, Castellanos, Manny Machado, Corey Seager, Miguel Cabrera, like a lot of it's just funny how it feels like the bat always finds like some notable guys in that moment. And the other big thing, which I thought was interesting, in the last 20 World Series, the final out has been a strikeout 12 times.
Wow.
It's a 60% strikeout rate.
Yeah, I honestly, that makes a lot of sense to me because you've got those hitters pressing unlike they've ever pressed before in their entire lives.
And it's 2 outs and you're unloading to try and get the last out, your final best stuff with the most adrenaline possible. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
But
so
it is
a lot of
still jarring to hear.
a lot of superstars in the box to end the World Series, which makes a lot of sense that Alex Verdugo was in the box last year. So I've got a couple for you guys. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
I've got one that is a list of 3 guys, and then the other is actually a 3-parter. And I told Peter I got in my YouTube and X bag. I've got some sounds that I'm going to play for you. Okay. My first one is the standard question: 3 players have ever hit 5 homers in a single World Series.
Okay,
who are they?
Can I go?
Springer,
Reggie Jackson.
Yes.
And I want to say it's probably like a Gehrig. Or is it?
No, I think it's Mickey Mantle.
No,
it's someone
not
goofy.
A Yankee.
Is it someone goofy, or is it like a
sort of kind of goofy?
Okay,
he was a good player, but like you're gonna laugh. I think
Springer, who was like
Springer in 2017 with the Astros.
Yes, I know
Reggie
that.
Jackson in 1977 when he was Mr. October.
Of course.
Give us a relative time period. It doesn't have to be exact.
It was in the 2000s.
It was in the 2000s.
Yep.
So I'm trying to think of like a monster.
It was one of the National League winners in the 2000s. Or pardon, it was not a winner. Sorry.
Oh. So a guy hit 5 homers and
a guy hit 5 homers in a losing effort, and he played in the National League.
Huh. That's pretty crazy. And it was in the 2000s. So that would mean.
Well, I'm going to guess, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. A YouTube comment gave it away. Is it Carlos Beltran?
It is not Carlos Beltran.
Wow. Oh. It wasn't? So.
Thanks a lot, Ladali.
I can't see the YouTube comments, unfortunately, but I would say, is it like, what's his name? I lost his name for a second.
I think you're gonna have to tell us.
Was it on the 2006 Cardinals?
No.
Okay.
It was on the 09 Phillies.
Oh.
Ryan Howard?
No.
Chase Utley. Okay.
Chase Utley had 5 homers in the 09 World Series. Springer had 5 in the 2017 World Series. And Reggie Jackson had 5 in the 77 World Series. You ready for the last question?
Yes. Yeah.
3-parter. I'm going to play you a sound. You tell me who's talking.
I'm at a loss for words, man. I didn't have anything to do with this championship.
Kershaw.
I have the best feeling in the world.
Kershaw.
Two-time champ. And a lot more coming. Let's get on.
Clayton Kershaw last year.
Okay.
Got it instantly.
That's awesome.
Yeah. so drunk.
Yeah, I remember that
That's
too,
awesome.
dude. Yeah.
It was like, wow, you're really hammered.
I didn't have anything to do with this World Series.
So funny.
Was it like
Two
the
more.
like A on a group project?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Two more. You ready?
The fans, we grew up together. I came here when I was 20 years old, right out of college. And you guys hadn't had baseball in a long time. You were learning how to be fans again. I got guys that come up to me now that are 30 years old and said I've been their favorite player since they were a little kid. Which is disturbing.
There are some context clues in there.
I know.
So I have a weird name, and this does not seem right because I wouldn't want to. Is that Ryan Zimmerman?
Bingo.
Oh my
Wow.
God!
Serious context clues.
That
in
was-
there.
that-
you guys
'cause we-
hadn't had baseball. You were learning how to be
Yes.
fans again.
That was the thing. It was like the moment he said that, I was like, oh, 05 Nats, like 06 Nats, like they came back. But then no shade to Ryan Zimmerman, but I was like, favorite player, like a lot of players. But I guess he was the truth.
He was the
He
face of the Nats for 10
He was.
years.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I guess if they, I guess he was referring to fans, not like fellow players.
No.
maybe?
He was referring to fans. Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
That's at the 19 parade.
Okay.
I had my brain on the Kansas City Royals, and I was like, there's nobody on the Royals who said that.
Yeah.
But it was the 2019 Nats. That's
Great shout.
Yep, go ahead.
All right, last one.
We're coming home to Chicago, baby. Jed's in charge. I'm going on a bender.
So it's a member of the Cubs.
We're coming home to Chicago, baby. Jed's in charge. I'm going on a bender.
Slurring his words.
One more time.
We're coming home to Chicago, baby. Jed's in charge. I'm going on a bender.
Rizzo.
No. Why would
gonna
Jed be in
be-
charge? Because someone's going on a bender.
Oh, it's Theo Epstein.
Theo Epstein.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That is
Oh my
wild.
God, that's
I
awesome.
love it. This might be the new whoosh.
We're coming home to Chicago, baby. Jed's in charge. I'm going on a bender.
That's great.
Absolutely love it.
That's incredible.
I mean, imagine being the general manager bringing the first World Series since 1908.
Yeah. And that's what, 12 years removed from doing it for the Red Sox in 04.
Yeah.
That guy. I
That
was just
deserved
telling-
the bender.
I was telling our YouTubes are Ben Bellotti when he was on with me before we hit the record button. I have answers that bounce back and forth. Like, you know, the common question, if you were to do dinner with three people, who would they be? And it's anybody on the planet. I have two solidified answers, and then it's like flavor of the month for the third answer. My two solidified answers are Theo Epstein, because he seems like an absolute chiller that also is probably the premier baseball genius that we've ever seen. Seth MacFarlane is the other one. So Seth MacFarlane and Theo Epstein are going to be at my dinner table. And then I just have to figure out who the third is.
What a wild. That's not all time, those are people who are living, I assume.
No, those are living
All
and
time.
dead.
Yeah,
I think Seth
anyone.
MacFarlane is an absolute genius, and I think Theo Epstein is an absolute genius. And they both seem like great hangs.
South Park clears.
No,
Yes.
give me Family Guy. Peyton, heck of a debut, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate
you.
you so much, Peyton. And hopefully everybody enjoyed listening to this episode of the Just Baseball Show. You got a Game 1 preview, you got World Series picks, and you got about 30 minutes of really fun World Series trivia. And if you enjoy, the best way to support the Just Baseball Show is by liking on YouTube. If all of you guys are watching, just before you go, hit that like button. And after the fact, if you wouldn't mind commenting down below, anything you like, didn't like, let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you want to join the best baseball group chat in the world, the best baseball group chat in the world, $5. It's only a week for the World Series. Come join us. It'll be a blast. We got fans of all teams talking about the World Series. And it's going to be so much fun. And of course, if you want to go get yourself some Just Baseball merch, you can also find that in the episode description. For Jack McMullen and Peyton Guinness, I'm Peter Apple.
Genius.
That I did it on purpose. And with that, thank you, everybody.